away from really going live, and we'll be right back on live here in about 5 minutes. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Spring 2021 Sports Awards. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty here with the PA system, so we hope we're going to be speaking loud enough for it to be picked up by the live streaming iPad. First of all, a couple of announcements. Uniforms. If you haven't turned those in, the main office is open from 8 to 3 every day, regular school hours. The awards and certificates that will be announced tonight. All the certificates and awards can be picked up in the main office. Again, regular school hours, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. from now until June 25th, and then not again until July 12th on to the start of school. And if you are unable to pick those up this summer, we'll certainly make those available to you this fall. Well, what a year it has been. From stay-at-home orders to state championship games and everything else in between. It's been inspiring to watch our athletes and coaches work through all of the guidelines and protocols, to stay the course, overcome, and persistence are some of the words I continually hear about this year. Resilient is another word. No give up attitude. I'd like to thank the parents for your cooperation. Certainly tough living through some of these guidelines and protocols, but I thank you for your support and your understanding. I'd like to thank the boosters for your continued support throughout a difficult season. But most of all, I'd like to thank the athletes and the coaches for leaving it all out there in the field, playing hard, and finishing the season strong. With that said, we'll get right into the awards, and we'll start with outdoor track. Head coach Matt Greer and assistant coach Haley Goodspeed are here. Not able to attend, Ginger Ivanov, John Rogers, and Jared Boudreau.
All right, everybody's doing well today. Thanks to Mr. Sickles and Karen Cam, our bus drivers, Chris the athletic trainer, parents, and running boosters especially. Thanks to my awesome coaches, Haley Goodspeed, Ginger Ivanov, Jared Boudreau, JR, and someone we're looking forward to working more with next year, Francisco Guzman. They all did outstanding work this year. I'd like to thank all of our athletes. Track can be mentally challenging as well as physical, and it's work every single day, so thank you for sticking with it, especially during COVID, with so many unknowns. We had a great season. I've said this before, but the best thing for me about track is ultimately everyone's individual successes are determined by what they put in. We're always running, jumping, and throwing against our prior successes, and we alone determine our future successes. Our desire to train and take care of our bodies impacts our success. You get out what you put in. Giving these awards is difficult every year. We have a lot of students that are deserving. Even more so this year with COVID and a lot of new freshmen and sophomores. Someone's making noise down here. I'm just going to mute them. Okay. I want to thank each of our seniors for their contributions. I'd like to recognize some new school record holders. Shayna Curry broke her best in the high jump. Emily Pagnano set a new mark in the discus. Riley Lyons set a new standard in the shot put. And Lucy Bradford in the pole vault. I'm going to have Coach Goodspeed give an award, and then I'll be back.
So the first award that we like to give, we call the starting block. The starting block award goes to a freshman or sophomore, boy and girl, who have shown that they have natural ability and inner passion to compete. They are eager to take their innate skills and improve upon them. They are receptive not only to praise, but to criticism as well. They have the quality that every coach respects in an athlete, heart. Even though they are at the beginning of their track journey, these two athletes have steadily improved this year in outdoor track. The passion and commitment that they have shown has not gone unnoticed by their coaches. Our first recipient is an athlete with a tenacity and determination that has impressed both her coaches and her peers. It is a joy to watch her run because she is a fierce competitor. While she is feisty and very successful on the track, she is also humble and a great teammate. It is a pleasure to award the Starting Block Award to our next 400-meter phenom, Lucy Bourgeois. Our second recipient is very driven, which is obvious to anyone that is paying attention. He has enjoyed a lot of well-deserved successes this year, including a rank rarely belonging to a 9th grader, as he was tied for the Class B lead in the pole vault at 12 feet. This athlete is a born leader and an incredible asset to our team. It is an honor to give this award to Enoch Boudreaux.
The Finish Line Award goes to an upper class girl and boy who exhibit athletic excellence, but also share their passion for competition with the entire team. They've shown they have passion to win as well as the drive to train daily. They encourage their teammates to do their best. They have struggled with the hard workouts and have enjoyed the success of the finish line. This recipient had to make a huge transition from a contributing member of a sophomore to a senior leader. She kept getting better through the year. And at state, she set personal bests in every event that she competed in. Despite many ups and downs, she remained steady and focused. The Finish Line Award goes to Gracie Morse. The male recipient has earned the respect of the coaching staff and his teammates. He has persevered through many setbacks, including an injury that some thought meant that he wouldn't be able to run again in high school. Through hard work and a positive mindset, he was able to bounce back and qualify for states in multiple events, 800, 1600, 3200 meter. He ran all of his personal bests this spring. The recipient is Nate Davis. The Pride and Character Award is amongst the hardest for me to give out. A compelling argument can be made for a bunch of athletes on this team in particular. So many of them bust their butts and are supportive of each other. A few years back, I modified the award to honor Austin Williams, one of my former students and a member of the track team who was killed in Bahrain while serving in the Navy. Austin was the ultimate teammate and athlete, always supportive of his teammates and competitors. He cheered for everyone, and as a result, he was loved by all. He also had an outstanding work ethic. For me, this award always will embody the character traits of that young man. Missing an entire season due to COVID left a pretty big void in a lot of spring sports. We didn't really know what to expect from a participation and leadership perspective, but this individual stepped up right away to lead teammates in a number of different throwing practices. When Coach Ivy had to miss a few practices because of jury duty, the throwers didn't miss a beat thanks to the leadership of Riley. As I mentioned, she also set the school record for the shot put. The Pride and Character recipient is Riley Lyons. All right, the last but not least is our male recipient. From the first time I met him, I knew we were going to get along well. He has a quiet, calm demeanor and an outstanding work ethic. When you have a lot of talent, sometimes people get complacent. Thankfully, he always saw room for improvement and never rested on past accomplishments. I know that running has played a critical role in his development into a young man. And I'm glad that we've been able to share this experience together, and I'm really looking forward to his future accomplishments on and off the track and cross-country course. The recipient of the Pride and Character Award is Mark Duhon. Up next is, you're going to come back up.
All right, up next, we have boys tennis and Coach Jay Harper.
Good evening, everyone. I've been the boys coach for the last 21 years here at Freeport, and to say that these last couple of years have been difficult is an understatement. I want to thank Athletic Director Craig Sickles, Karen Cam, and a host of all the people here supporting us, from bus drivers and to the athletes themselves. We've had an incredible run in boys tennis here at Freeport. In the last 5 years, we've been to the quarterfinals, the state finals, regional finals. Nothing last year, of course, without a season. And this year, we again went to the semifinals, losing a tough match, 3-2, to a team we had lost earlier to 5-0. Very proud of my team. This year we had 18 kids out for the tennis team, and with only 3 courts, that's kind of hard to hold on to those 18 players. But we were able to keep 15 of them actively playing throughout the year, and that was a great accomplishment in itself. I'm so looking forward to next year, where I return 8. They'll be seniors next year. I had 8 juniors on the team, and it was pretty impressive what we did. Getting to my awards, 2 seniors on the team. It seems to run this way. It's been going on for quite a while. I have a big group, and then I have hardly anybody in that group. Then a big group and hardly anybody in the next group. It's interesting. Every other year we get quite a few tennis players. So I have only 2 seniors, but these 2 seniors have made an enormous impact on our team and on our success, and hopefully what we build for the future. These 2 young men played number 2 doubles their freshman year, the year we went to states, and lost a close match there at 3-2. They were a huge part of that, and then the next year, one of these young men played on the 1 and 2 doubles team that went to the regional finals and lost another tough 3-2 match. That seems to be our forte. At least they're always close. That's, I guess, the good news. But I want to give my number 1 singles award this year to the young man who just gave so much. He came off 2 years of doubles play to be our number 1 singles player this year, our best singles player, an outstanding performance. This young man really, I had no idea he would be this good after a year off and going from doubles to singles. And as we know in the Western Maine Conference, you play the best of the best every single time out, and he held his own every single time, was extremely competitive. He held us at the top, and just a great young man. He played number 1 in golf and number 1 in tennis. That's a huge accomplishment. So my best singles award goes to TJ Whalen. And the other senior played doubles as a freshman, played a little bit too as a sophomore in doubles. Very successful, very competitive. This year came back, and he started the year at number 2 doubles with his partner. They moved up to number 1, and they were just dominant. They won their last 7 matches and won it in convincing fashion. He's just a fantastic young man in character. I just love coaching this kid. He is a great young man, and I look forward to his future. But our best doubles player goes to Liam Hornschild Bear. And then finally, our Pride and Character Award. As I said, 8 juniors this year, and this young man was the first year player. He joined us as a junior. He excelled. He took to be the best of the juniors, and I'm saying these guys are very good tennis players. He played number 3 singles for us all year. The most competitive young man I've seen in quite some time. Just dug in, kept getting better week after week after week. And at the end of the year, that match against Greeley, he had lost 6-3, 6-0 to his opponent in the previous match when we played during the regular season. He beat him 7-6 in the first set, and then 6-2 to really give us a chance to win that match. And his play and his character and the way he acted on and off the court, he is just an amazing young man. And my pride and character goes to Alec Gideon.
Up next is girls tennis and Coach Chris Kelly.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Chris Kelly, and this was my first year as the girls tennis coach. And I want to let you know it's a very rewarding experience. It was a lot of fun. And I want to thank Mr. Mellon for sharing the opportunity with me, and also thank Mr. Sickles for guiding me along the way during the course of the season, and also for the men's coach, Jay Harper, for his guidance as well. So we had 10 girls on the team, including 6 freshmen, and we had a very admirable season. We played 13 matches. We had 6 wins and 7 losses. So we were just about at 500 for the year. I thought all the girls participated. All the girls grew in their capability during the course of the year. and they all shared a unique friendship that continued to grow as the season went on. So I have 3 awards to give out this evening. The first is the Pride and Character Award. I'm just going in that order. When I thought about pride and character, I thought, where do these 2 things intersect? And for some reason, I concluded that they intersect in the attribute of courage. And so, it would be having the courage to begin at the beginning, having the courage to take the first step into the unknown, and then importantly, having the courage to stay with the journey despite the inevitable challenges that accompany whatever it is we do. The recipient of this award was just coming into her room in mid-May when she sprained her ankle, essentially ending the season. So she missed a number of practices, she missed a number of matches, she missed the team photo. But at the end of the season, we had a postseason meeting. She had the courage to come back and join the team, to sit with us, to share some laughter with her teammates, to share some positive thoughts on her experience with the tennis program here at Freeport High School as well. And then finally she asked, hey, can we reshoot the team photo with all 10 of us in it, which we did. So I thought this particular candidate, Sadie Bruni, will receive the Pride and Character Award. The next award is the Diamond in the Rough Award. The recipient of this award brought an understated but well-developed set of capabilities to the team. She's quiet by nature with an on-court style all her own. Her consistent play enlightened everyone as the season progressed. With optimism and confidence in her own ability, she anchored the #1 doubles team for us, and she also stepped in and stepped up to play #3 singles on 4 important occasions. Versatile, capable, friendly, and hardworking, her sparkle was an important part of the team's fabric. This year's Diamond in the Rough Award goes to Catelyn Mosier. Finally, I have the Think Tennis Award. The Think Tennis Award is designed to recognize the athlete with a true love for the game and a willingness to embrace all its facets, from the mental to the physical, including the conditioning part, and to the ongoing, continuing practice cycle day in and day out. This is an individual who, by their commitment to doing what it takes to improve and to compete, quietly find themselves in the role of leading and inspiring others. This is the athlete who says yes to the challenge, whatever it may be, and the athlete whose match is still going on, who is still on the court after her teammates have finished up. This is the athlete who plays 17 consecutive deuce points trying to break a 3-3 tie in a set. This year's Think Tennis Award goes to Natalie Unfrick. Okay, so that's it for girls tennis. Thank you.
All right, through the magic of technology, we are going to switch to lacrosse coaches who are zooming in live. Head coach Kevin Woods is camping in the woods with his family without internet. We have JV coach Jake Willett with us tonight, as well as volunteer assistant Jeremy Clough. Also coaching this season were volunteer coaches Chris Parkin and Andrew Bradford. Jake, you're on.
Good evening, everyone. My name, again, is Jake Willett. I am the JV coach for boys lacrosse, and I will be presenting our awards tonight instead of head coach for boys. So we have 3 awards this evening. The first being our Head Heart Hustle Award, the second being Biggest Improvement, and the third being the most dedicated, who is willing to work at any position and put in 110% on the field and off the field. So for this year, the Head Heart Hustle Award goes to Will Morris. And to quote Coach Woods on Will gave 100% effort every day and was always looking to learn and understand how to develop his game. Will was a silent leader by displaying the work, effort, and drive to improve every game and every practice. So again, congratulations, Will, and look forward to having you back next year. And that's a pretty straightforward award. This award goes to the player that we've seen improve individually throughout the season. And the winner of this award this year is Cole Daly. And again, to quote Coach Woods, Cole is a junior and joined the team with only 1 year of experience in lacrosse. Cole worked hard on his mental and physical game the entire season and developed from a new player to a confident defender, doing very well against some of the top offensive players that we faced this year. Cole also displayed his versatility and athleticism by rotating between close defense and long stick midfield. So again, congratulations, Cole. You really earned it, and we can't wait to have you back. Our MVP award goes to the most valuable player that we had on our team this year, and that unanimously goes to Justin Cogswell for his outstanding leadership and display of Falcon spirit. Justin acted as a great leader this year, mentor and teammate to a very, very young team. He helped our players understand what it means to be a Freeport Falcon varsity athlete, and he always kept a very positive mindset, pushed his teammates, and represented the team with class all throughout the entire season. We are very excited to see him continue his lacrosse career at USF next year. So good luck to you, Justin, and thank you so much for Boys Lacrosse Awards. Just want to thank everyone on the team this year, and we look forward to having you again next year. Thank you.
All right, next up is JV Baseball. Coaches Toby Holt and Shay Wagner.
Hello parents, players, and fans watching from home. I'm Shay Wagner and this is Toby Holt, and if you don't already know, we're the JV coaches for baseball this past season. We can't explain how great it was to facilitate the ease back into baseball this year after a year off for these young players. I can confidently say this is not what I expected to be doing with the spring of my sophomore year of college, but it certainly was not a bad way to spend it. These players impressed us with their hard work, coachability, and team chemistry, and I think I speak for both of us when I tell you it was a blast to be a part of it. The first award we're giving out is one of 2 Athletic Excellence Awards. The player receiving this award was one of our top offensive and defensive threats. On the offensive end, he batted .345 on the season, led our team in RBIs, hits, and on-base percentage. In the defensive end, he posted a 1.2 ERA, 24 strikeouts through 16 innings, and including a 10-inning strikeout game against Greeley to end the season. This player is someone that Shay and I could trust in almost any situation he was placed in. His attitude on the field also contributed to his success. Although quiet at first, this player was always focused and also led by example. This player is Arlo Futurita. The second Athletic Excellence Award goes to another very well-rounded player. He was one of our stronger hitters and pitchers. He was often put in difficult situations and expected to perform. As a freshman, he was our go-to pitcher, throwing against most teams we faced as a starter. He was another player that we could trust in any situation, just like Arlo. His attitude and natural ability will take him super far in the game of baseball. He's always respectful and is everything a coach could ask for in a player. He's fundamentally sound with a bright future. He'll be a huge contributor to Freeport baseball at the varsity level as he gets older and stronger. This player is Harry Walker.
This next award goes to a player who was always willing to help. No matter what role we needed filled, he was willing to do it. There was never a time where he was physically down on himself, and he was always there to cheer his teammates on. This player was always the first one at the field and the last one to leave, and helped set up and clean up for practices and games. He showed significant leadership as well as personal improvement over the course of the season, and he exhibited all the great qualities beyond physical capability that coaches love. And that's why this year's Pride and Character Award goes to Gus Holland.
This group of kids is incredibly supportive of each other and wishes truly the best for their teammates on and off the field. I think that's the theme of Freeport baseball, is unselfishness and mutual success for each other. And it's common at all levels, and it's been a great contributor to the program's success over the past few years. I think I speak for Shay as well when I say we will definitely miss coaching this group of kids next year, and we wish all the best to the players in the program. Thank you.
So unable to make tonight's awards night is Coach Jason Daniel for the softball team. I'll make those awards for him. Pride and Character goes to a player who last year was a freshman and most of this year really stepped it up, kept their team and herself in great spirits, worked through some injuries, but always kept a positive attitude. The Pride and Character Award goes to Ava Gervais. Coach's Award goes to a player who stepped up huge this year in the role of a pitcher that she hadn't done since grade 7. This year's Coach's Award goes to Jacqueline Burke. And the MVP award goes to a captain who brought her game and the team's game to the next level. MVP is Amanda Panciocco. Up next is varsity baseball. Coach Steve Schucke, assistants Scott Wagner and Adam Landry.
Thanks, Greg. Just want a couple of quick thank yous to my assistants, Scott Shea and Adam Landry, for helping me out right from the get-go. To you guys who I did not know before that first practice, really, and did a great job of introducing me to the players this year and kind of getting me started with Freeport baseball. To Craig Sickles and Karen Cam for all the administrative help and logistical help for all of us, all our bus drivers, my JV coaches, Toby and Shay, who just, you can tell the kids were having a great time. They practiced right before us, and you could just tell the kids were excited about baseball every day, and that was great to see. To our parents and boosters, right from the beginning, clean up the field, that first nice spring day of the year. I think I was recovering from my second COVID shot, and we were cleaning the field up, and everyone had a smile on their face, and it was just it was a great thing to see all the way through last night with decorating the bus for states and everything. So, and of course the players, and it was an interesting season. Starting inside, didn't know any of the guys before I started here. I didn't see their faces really until May 1st. But I inherited a really good group of kids, and didn't really throw out team chemistry right from the beginning. So that's something that's huge. The players already had that built in and carried that through the whole season. So team culture was never really a worry once the season started, and that was great to see. High school baseball can be a brutal game. It's both a short and a long season. A lot can change in in a season, but it's over before you can really blink, and as some of our rivals have found out, they can end pretty quickly in a single elimination tournament. So, we've kind of rode that wave to states on Saturday, and it's been awesome to be a part of. And just notes on the team for the year, we've been a complimentary team all season. The team motto, "We, not me," has really shown forth. It's always someone with a different big hit, different guy with a big RBI, someone every inning making a big defensive play to end the inning, change the game. Our entire pitching staff, everyone's made a big out at some point to win a game for us, and it's just been awesome. So with that being said, I will not be giving out awards tonight. Call me superstitious, which you can, because I'm a baseball coach and I haven't shaved since our tournament run started, much to my wife's anger. But our team has shied away from individual recognition all season, and really put the credit where it belongs to the whole group of 14 guys. And so we want to honor that through Saturday. So we're going to give our awards out later. But we are looking forward to Saturday morning in Bangor to take on Old Town and hopefully bring the States home for the first time. So, thank you very much.
In case you've missed it, boys varsity baseball team will be traveling to Mansfield Stadium in Bangor, and they'll be competing against the number 1 seed Old Town from the north. So we wish them much luck. Next up is JV girls lacrosse and Coach Karen Curry.
Hi, good evening. I'd like to thank Mr. Sickles, Karen Cam in the office for all that they did, the bus drivers for this new busing system we had this year. It kind of changed the way JV and varsity, we've always been one big group, and being on the buses separately has kind of separated us, but we tried to keep both teams together as much as possible. I also want to thank our assistants. This year we had a player from Bowdoin who came and helped with the JV team. Bowdoin did not have a lacrosse season this year, so she was available to help us. And also our former player Maggie Ryan, who is still helping us today. Our JV program this year, we had 9 games. A lot of the schools that we have been playing have not had the strong numbers that Freeport has, and so that they weren't able to field JV teams at all, or if they did, they were really small. So we would get there and they'd say, oh, we're playing 7v7. All of a sudden I'd have to madly figure out my lineup and how to sub all my players into these games. But in our 9 games, I think this stat is very indicative of our team. We had 15 different players score goals, which really makes it hard for our opponents to figure out who to mark on defense. And our varsity does the same thing. We've got many, many players. So for my awards, my first award is my Pride and Character Award. This player was a first-year player. She gave 100% in practices and games. She is fast, she is strong, she has the best push-up form out of everyone on the team. Charlotte, the girl from Bowdoin, was like, wow, I've never seen a girl do push-ups like this. I really wish she had played all 4 years. My Pride and Character Award goes to Selena Cummings. The next award is the Head Heart Hustle Award. This award is going to a player who, again, is always trying to improve. Charlotte was really good in helping the girls learn to do stick tricks and to really work on wrist strength, and she was constantly working on those skills as well as her shots. She was practicing her shooting before practice and after practice. Not only did she control our offense, but she controlled the midfield and as well the defense on our zone. This year's Head Heart Hustle Award goes to Liv Christensen. This next award goes to a player, and I decided this year to call it our Defensive Prowess Award. She is one of the most solid defensive players I have ever seen. She was actually a student in my class, and I noticed that she was tall, and I said, hey, do you play a spring sport? She goes, well, I kind of played lacrosse. I'm like, great, you're gonna play this year. And as she was practicing, she has this amazing defensive footwork. And then we found out that she's really, really fast. And so in games, she would be like 10 yards behind the opponent, and she would sprint past the opponent, get in front of them, use her footwork, slow them down, and then the rest of the team could catch up and play defense. And so this Defensive Prowess Award is going to Abby Coab.
And as I bring the girls varsity coach out, Marshall Wood, congratulations to them as well. On Saturday, they will be playing the state championship at Fitzpatrick Field in Portland against the number 3 seed Waynfleet. We go in as number 1, and that game is being played at 6 p.m. Marshall Wood.
Thank you again to admin and everyone who has a hand in making these seasons so successful, especially this year having to navigate through COVID and all the crazy changes and being flexible with all of that. So we had a pretty exciting 1-goal game yesterday, and if you were there, you got to witness me doing a little bit of hyperventilating / ugly crying, so hopefully you got to see some of that. It was just really exciting, and I'm really pumped to watch these girls put on a show for you on Saturday at the state championship. So obviously it's been a great year, and the fact that our game is at 6 on Saturday just makes it that we are the last 2 teams in the state that are playing, and as a coach, that is your goal every single year, to practice all the way to the end. And I'm happy to say tomorrow is our last practice, and it is the last practice that anyone in the state can have, so that's quite the accomplishment. My first award, so being a defender isn't always a position that gets a lot of recognition. Your name rarely gets in the paper, but obviously without them, there would be no attack. Consistency, ground balls, hustle, interceptions, batted down passes or shots, that is everything that this girl brings to our team. Our offense would not be who they are without her as a defender, getting the ball away from the other team and getting it up the field to their attack. My Head Heart Hustle Award this year goes to Riley Simon. On the other end of the field on attack, being smart and patient is key. And this player has come a long way since her freshman year. And she controls our offense for us. We call her our playmaker, our quarterback, our point guard. And she came up big yesterday with our possession game at the end, trying to hold the ball away from Lake Region. She was really smart, knew when to pull the ball out, knew when to not rush anything. And she also has a handful of assists this year, and a handful of goals. So my Playmaker Award goes to Megan Driscoll. And lastly, Pride and Character. It's fun to give this award out to this player. She was part of my youth program when I first kind of started here and started working with the middle schoolers. And I just remember her coming every day to middle school practice, or to the middle school field for practices in the summer, with my youth camps for field hockey and lacrosse, and she'd ride her bike there, and she was shy, but watching her through the years, it's been pretty impressive to watch her grow to the young lady that she is today. I appreciate her passion and love for the sport, and she always has something insightful to say at halftime. My Pride and Character Award this year goes to Natalie Norton. Woo-hoo. So again, hopefully nobody really has any plans this Saturday night, and they are ready to go to Fitzpatrick Stadium for a 6 o'clock game. We would love support. We would love anyone there cheering and yelling. I know I appreciate it, and I know that the girls really appreciate having a lot of fans there. So hopefully you can come out and support.
All right, it's my honor to announce the recipients of several Western Maine Conference awards. First up is the Western Maine Conference All-Academic Team, given to seniors with a 93 cumulative average through 7 semester. Those receiving the All Academic Team awards are from track and field, Jane Dawson, Paige Gelber, Nathaniel Davis, Martin Horn, Duncan Nam, and Cameron Strong. From girls and boys tennis, Leah Rozecki and Liam Hornschild-Bear. Softball, Cadence Burgoyne. From baseball, Elias Thomas. And from girls lacrosse, Ainsley Decker. Western Maine All-Conference recognition. In track and field, it's based on your performance at the Western Maine Conference meet. All of the others are based on coaches' nominations and votes at the postseason coaches' meetings. For track and field, all conference, first team, long jump, Shayna Curry. First team, high jump, Avery Baker Schlendering. First team, pole vault, we have Dinek Boudreau. Second team, high jump, Shayna Curry. The first one was long jump. Second team, pole vault, Lucy Bradford. And second team, 800 meter, Martin Horn. Western Maine All-Conference Baseball, Kempton, Von Glinstry, Gregor, Lane Colburn, Anthony Panciocco. Western Maine All-Conference Softball, Rosie Panenka, Amanda Panciocco, and Brooke Pulowski. Girls Lacrosse All-Conference Second Team, Meredith Feller, Savannah Tracy, Kate Tracy, Rihanna Tom. Western Maine Conference All-Conference Second Team, Boys Lacrosse, Justin Cogswell. Boys Tennis, Western Maine Conference First Team, TJ Whalen. This year's recipients for the All Sports Boosters Scholarship recipients: Martin Horn, Rachel Wall, TJ Whalen, Anthony Panciocco, Jane Dawson, Cadence Burgoyne, and Ainsley Decker. And last but not least, 4 years of cumulative hard work, dedication, effort, and just plain all-around good performance. Fantastic students, great kids. This year's Senior Athlete of the Year, based on the number of high school athletic awards, whether it's team, conference, or state, the number of athletic awards received, the number of varsity letters received, the number of times captain. This year's Female Senior Athlete of the Year is Rachel Wall. This year's Senior Athlete of the Year male recipient, Martin Horn. And that concludes tonight's awards night. I hope you show up in Bangor for the baseball game and then take the 2-hour drive back down to Portland. You'll pass me on the interstate. Thank you and have a great summer.
It's not.
Practice this.